to Winnie Makes. My name is Callie, and today I'm so excited to share with you my banana muffins that have a streusel crumb topping. So this recipe is so simple, it is so delicious, you are absolutely gonna love it, and it's perfect for maybe a cozy Sunday or Saturday morning, and you're gonna love this recipe, and I can't wait to share it with you. But before we begin, as always, please remember to subscribe, like, share, chat in the comment section, and follow me on social media for more recipes and additional content. So let's go over the ingredients. We're gonna be using some granulated sugar, brown sugar, I have some flour, baking powder, baking soda, I have a little spice combination. I'm using some cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice. You can use any kind of warm spices. I also have a couple of eggs, some vegetable oil, buttermilk, of course. I have some vanilla, some fresh squeezed orange juice or lemon juice. I have some salt, and I have a couple of ripe bananas that I've just mashed up with a fork. The uglier, the better. So let's get to it. And we're gonna have our streusel ingredients. I'll introduce those in a little bit. Okay, so first up, we're going to combine all of our dry ingredients. So I'm just gonna shuffle a few things around here. I'm adding the salt. Always want to salt. And also go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Get that nice and hot and ready to go. Okay, so I'm just gonna give this a stir. Okay, wonderful. So let's set this aside momentarily and work on our wet ingredients. So that is both types of sugar, and to this I'm gonna add in my eggs, and I'm gonna give this a stir to combine. Okay, this looks good. So to this I'm gonna add my vegetable oil or canola oil, any neutral oil will do, and the neutral oil along with the buttermilk is gonna make these so moist and so fluffy. The texture is going to be amazing, I can promise you that. And even the bananas, not only did they add obviously flavor and sweetness, they do add moisture as well. So these muffins are gonna be so soft and luscious, and you're absolutely gonna love them. Okay, so next up I just added in my bananas along with my vanilla and my fresh squeezed orange juice, or like I said, lemon juice, whatever you have will do. And the purpose of that is to not only add a little bit of brightness to this recipe, but it's also gonna kind of help those bananas not get all brown and icky looking. So now we're gonna stir this until it is nice and combined. Okay, wonderful. So next in go all of my dry ingredients along with my buttermilk. And you will be hard pressed to find a baking recipe of mine that doesn't either use buttermilk or sour cream, most likely a combination of the two, or just buttermilk. Buttermilk is just it is like a key baking ingredient to get that really moist texture that you need. It has a really high fat content that provides that texture. So now I'm just going to stir this until it's combined, making sure not to overmix because that'll just lead to really tough muffins, which obviously we don't want. Okay, so this is looking wonderful, and make sure you use a spatula and scrape the bottom and the sides of your bowl to ensure that all the ingredients are nice and well incorporated. So next what I'm gonna do is set this aside for a moment. I'm gonna grab my ingredients for the streusel topping. Okay, so the crumb topping is so simple. All we're gonna be using is some brown sugar, flour, we have some cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, again, any kind of warm spices you have or you enjoy will work perfectly. I have some melted, unsalted butter and a touch of salt, and that is it. So all we're gonna do is just add in the melted butter, and we're just gonna give all of this a stir until it is combined. It does not have, you don't wanna turn this into a paste, so it should be kind of chunky and maybe even a little dry in parts, and that's exactly how a streusel topping is supposed to be. So okay, so this is exactly what we're looking for. As you can see here, there's some kind of smaller, really fine crumbly pieces and some larger pieces, and this is by no means a paste. It's still somewhat hydrated, but it's still pretty dry, and that's exactly what we're looking for. So next I have my muffin pan that I just sprayed with some nonstick spray, or you could grease with some butter, lined with muffin tins, and to this I'm going to add my batter. So I think the easiest way to do that is to use an ice cream scoop. It just kind of, I think it's just the easiest way. It also kind of helps get uniform amounts of batter into the cupcake liners, and you want to fill these about 3/4 of the way full, leaving some room for expansion in the oven while they bake. So I'm gonna keep filling these, but to expedite the process here a little bit, what I'm gonna do is just show you how to add the crumb topping, which really is Very, very simple. You're just gonna take a dollop of the crumb topping and just sprinkle it all over the top, like so. Okay, so I'm gonna continue filling up this muffin tin and topping them with the streusel topping, and I'm gonna pop these into my 350-degree preheated oven for about 20 to 22 minutes. You'll know when they're finished baking when you insert a skewer or knife into the center of one of the muffins and it comes out clean or with a few crumbs. That's how you'll know they are ready to go. And then of course we're gonna let it sit at room temperature and cool down for a bit. And then I'm gonna give you a close-up of just how moist and fluffy these muffins turn out. Okay, so I hope that close-up was really able to capture just how moist and fluffy these muffins are. They are so delicious, and keep in mind, a recipe like this is going to get better as it sits, as the flavors kind of get a chance to mingle and get to know each other. It's going to become more flavorful. So if you make this on a Sunday or a Saturday and nibble on it throughout the week, it's only going to get better, which is a plus. And I mean, it really tastes like banana bread with a streusel topping. I mean, what's better than that? These are just so delicious. I know you're gonna love them. And as always, for the full written recipe and instructions, head to my blog, moonymix.com. I'll put the link for that in the description box below. Click on the link, the recipe will pop right up. And make these banana muffins with a streusel crumb topping. I promise you're gonna love them. And let me know what you think, because I would love to hear from you. So thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.